Hey guys, it's Glaze here. I hope everyone is having a great day. Today I'm going to be showing you how to be contesting middle as T and CT. So I'm first going to give you an example of how to do it as a T, and then we're going to move on to the CT side and I'll show you different ways you can counter it and different ways you can take an aggressive mid with only two people. This is for anyone who may be duo queuing in pugs or whatever. This is a great little way you guys can do it and work as two and benefit the most. So the first player will want to just come here in T spawn to take mid as a T, and you're going to be throwing the house smoke and flashes for your second teammate who's going to be going out, okay? So the house smoke you're going to be throwing on this dot here. If you aim slightly above it, not directly on it, slightly above it, and then if you jump throw, bind, that will land perfectly in house. And then following that, on exactly the same position as I just showed, after throwing, still keeping your crosshair in the same area where you just threw your smoke, you can just throw two flashes, one after the other like so. And they will pop, you can't see it because it's the same line, but they pop about where I am right now. Meaning when your teammate comes out mid as so, they will not be flashed from it because it will pop behind them, okay? So the second player in your little duo that you've got going is going to be running up mid as fast as they can to elbow. And this player also needs one smoke, okay? So make sure if you're doing this, you have an extra smoke on this player. You're simply going to be running here. And when you come to this point, you're going to right click a smoke. So right click it while running like this. And then keep running behind it, okay? I see some people, you don't want to left click and throw it directly onto it like that, because if you throw a smoke that will land like so, you're essentially blocking yourself off, meaning you have to phase through a smoke to fight, okay? If you can prevent phasing through a smoke to fight, I would recommend in any situation you can. That's why I recommend here, when your teammate is throwing the flashes for you out middle, you can just drop a smoke, right click like so, and then you can move behind it. So that will still put out the Molotov, and you can move behind it, meaning you have a better advantage on any CTs that are in this area. So that is the main way you can take middle as a T. So now I'm going to move on to the CT side, and I'll show you different ways you can counter it, okay? So the standard Molotov you'll throw for elbow will be something like so. If you go on this little vine and aim slightly above it, run throw, that will land beautifully like so. This is to make sure no one can be sitting here and peeking you. You also made some people throw Molotovs here, and that's what the smoke is that I showed you on a T side. You can smoke like that and run behind it. But the Molotov you'll be throwing, you can throw two Molotovs, so it's up to you two how you want to play it. I'll give you a few different options. But the first player, whoever's here earliest out of the two of you, so two of you are coming here, whoever gets here first should aim up this Molotov, so just on the building where it meets the vine, run, throw. That'll bounce twice and it'll land here, okay? The option you can do here, this is optional if you want to or not. It's not necessary. You can throw a second Molotov, so the second player coming up can throw a Molotov against this wall. Meaning combined with that Molotov, you will have two Molotovs here. So if they push past the first one and they want to just stay here, they can't, okay? So they have to push all the way out to here. That's a great way to flush out any C2s who may be trying to beat the first Molotov. You can also, instead of that, you can run down and throw a flash behind, I call Xbox. So you can just throw a flash like so when you're running here. And that will pop just behind here. Making sure, I think it just went, okay, so there actually is a gap behind that box. So make sure it doesn't fall that far, but throw a flash like so. And that'll pop just there, meaning anyone who comes out of mid like so is going to be full flashed, okay? And that won't flash you. So when you're just running down, as you get to about this point, you want to make sure you've thrown it, because anywhere past here, around here, you'll start seeing people, okay? So when you get here, you'll start seeing people if they've pushed your Molotov, okay? If they haven't pushed your Molotov and you have all this space, and this is still Molotov, and you have all of mid, some options you can do after this, you can just smoke off while the Molotov is still going, go up Z, and then try to get Z control, okay? If you want to make sure you're more safe, the second player with you can throw a pop flash like so. If you just come along this wall, aim about the top of this building, slightly to the right, throw that, that'll pop like so, okay? So that will be anyone coming up here will be full flashed, and then the player coming up Z like so. it can pop, and then they'll peek, get a kill, and then fall back with the smoke still there. Okay, that's another option you can do. And some SERPs you can do as well, which may be slightly strong. You can have a player in pool. What I call pool is here. You have a player here, and then either one on donut holding the close walk up, or possibly even having a player in house who will just be jump spotting. Okay, you can have a player sitting here jump spotting, contesting that middle area. The only things I would really want you to be aware of when running out is the T side also executing to fight for you mid. Okay, so it's all good you throwing these Molotovs and stuff, but they may smoke it and push through it, and they also may have a player that's going to flash over. Okay, so to avoid that, you can come here, throw the flash, and then just play anti-flash. Like so. Just like if you just come along this wall, looking towards the wall, and you can swing like that so. Okay? That way, no flashes above here are going to flash you, and you do not have to worry about being blind. I hope this video helped you out, guys. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it. And I'll also be making another version of this on B site very soon of how to be controlling around the B area as a duo. Thank you so much for watching. I'll speak to you guys very, very soon.